Let's move a little bit to the work of the ACLJ. We have a very interesting client right now, and I think you're going to get shocked by this. For Amazon, yep, that's right, I said it. With Amazon, which we've all used, let's just be honest, everyone uses Amazon. You can put up your own book and release your own book, self-publish these books, and you can order copies. This is what our client did. They ordered copies of their book, which is about a Holocaust survivor.
Her father, actually.
Her father. They probably have thousands of these churning a day, I would assume, of these self-published books or even published books. They are the ones providing the printing. When those books arrived directly from the Amazon warehouses and printers that create these books, if you're watching right now, either on YouTube, Rumble, or Salem News Channel, or on X, or on Facebook, this is what it looked like. When you opened up the pages, there were pages that said Zionism kills Jews. Open up another copy of it. What do we got there? What about the blood of Palestine? Let's keep going. I think there's some more. This one is from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. And if you're not watching, if you're just listening to Liberate Palestine, if you're just listening, this isn't like little marks written on the cover or written in the small print somewhere. These are giant marker, essentially graffitied over the entire pages. And what we are demanding is that Amazon give some answers to this, Will.
That's right. So these copies, every copy she received was defaced by someone within the supply chain at some point before packaging, I would assume, because I don't believe it was opened and then defaced, then repackaged. But she had reached out to Amazon, and she's an Israeli American. This book is called Daughter of the Holocaust. It is about her father, who is a Holocaust survivor, and she received inadequate responses from Amazon originally, and she was actually in Israel and had these books delivered to her son's house. So by the time when she got home, it was outside of the return window because she didn't have adequate time to check because she had them delivered to her son's home and came. So then she shows them, they're like, sorry, we can't really do anything. It's outside of our terms of service. But now she is a client of the ACLJ. This is a breach of contract from Amazon is what we are letting them know. And we're demanding from Amazon that they replace the destroyed books that were defaced with anti-Semitic hate, conduct a thorough investigation of this conduct, and provide our client with confirmation that the responsible party has been terminated, and also provide her with a report of the investigation. Now, that obviously will take time, but we are demanding a response from Amazon that they get back to us, letting us know that this will occur by January 23rd. So just early into next week, they need to provide a lot more answers and a lot more things of confirmations that they are going to move forward and start making this right.
They can track this back. They know the printer that was used. I'm talking about not the printer. I'm talking about the physical printer. They know where it came from. They then know where it went from there to binding, then from binding to packaging. There are cameras, I assume, and I would hope, honestly, at Amazon's warehouses for quality control, checking all of these things. They can find it, and we were going to do our best here at the ACLJ to make sure that they do. This is taken care of, and our client is taken care of. And by the way, they're taken care of, as I've said on this show numerous times, at no cost to them. I highly doubt that this person could go get a lawyer, spend the money that would take to go after and to try to be vindicated by a company like Amazon. That is a true David and Goliath story in this moment. But because of the ACLJ and because of ACLJ champions, people that give on a monthly basis or people that give individually, just your donors, because all of these clients get this legal services at no cost to them. $0 out of pocket. Now, obviously, we want to be able to pay the best of the best, our best attorneys that we can get. We can't do that without your support because one day it could be you. One day it could be me. The ACLJ is here. And by the way, if you need legal help, easy. aclj.org/help. If it's within our scope of what we do here, you're going to get immediately attached to an attorney and get the ball rolling. So let's do it. Again, if you listen to moments like this, you see stories like this, you see the hate that's happening in this country, you know that we can't just stand by and do nothing. Let's go to Susan, who's calling in Maryland, watching on YouTube. Susan, go ahead.
Yeah, I just called to thank ACLJ for taking the Amazon case for defamed Holocaust books. I am not Jewish, but I am more than honored to support your decision to represent this case. Thank you very much.
Susan, I'm glad you called in. We're going to make sure that Amazon does respond to this. Everyone uses Amazon. Okay, let's not live in a world where we don't. I know a lot of you are saying you wish you couldn't. Well, that's fine, but most people do have to use or do use Amazon. It's great service, great what they do. However, they should not just roll over to anti-Semitism coming from inside of their own company. So we are going to respond to that aggressively, Will. We've told them there's a deadline. No, we got 2 calls, still want to hit. There's a deadline for them to respond because we know they have cameras. We know they have ways to find out who this individual is and to take care of the problem.
Right. I don't think that they have the cover of saying, we didn't have enough data to be able to figure this out. They can figure out what you're thinking 3 weeks from now, what you may want to purchase. But I think it is also important to reiterate this case. I don't know that if the Biden administration had allowed the rampant anti-Semitism to just fester in this country over the past almost year and a half now, that it would have even been someone as brazen enough to think that they could deface every product that someone ordered with anti-Semitic tropes, which was a daughter writing a memoir about her father who was a Holocaust survivor, and they thought they could get away with it. Why did they think they could get away with it? Because they saw thousands of anti-Semites across this country protesting the streets, defacing public property, not just someone's individual book, but public landmarks and schools and buildings, and not getting even a slap on the wrist. That's on the hands of the Biden administration to make someone think they could get away with this and to really instill fear and hatred against an individual.